So excited to be here, and I don't know about you, but excited to be here in person, right? It's so wonderful to gather together at any point in time, but especially after what we've been through over the last year and some change. It's nice to see your faces. It's nice to be in the same room together, even socially distanced. Everybody might not get a Hampton hug. Faces, and to be here for such an occasion as this, where we recognize the best of the best of the best of the best. Our 2021, and I want to say we're still recognizing the 2020 as well. 40 under 40 society. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for all the family members and the friends that came out to support those of us who are in the society and those who will be inducted this year. We're just so excited for them because we know this is a wonderful opportunity to honor them for all they've been able to do in less than 40 years. And we know that they're going to go on to do so much more in their lives ahead, continuing to let their lives do the singing, truly, truly. So my name is Anita Blanton. For those of you all who don't know me, I am the evening anchor for Wavy TV 10 and Fox 43, the #1 television station here in Hampton Roads. But more importantly for today, I'll be your mistress of ceremonies. I am in the inaugural class of the 40 under 40. In any inaugural members? Yes? All right, one. I got one. We get a little thin over the years, but I'm glad to see Jaye here today. And we want to go ahead and proceed with our program. We won't be long today. We want you to be able to have a happy homecoming weekend. And so I'd like now to invite to the stage Dr. Felicia Blow, class of '88, the Associate Vice President of Development, for your invocation and opening.
Good morning, everyone. I would ask you now to bow your heads and join me in a word of prayer. Lord God, we come to you right now and just to say thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. Thank you for keeping us. And thank you, God, for allowing this opportunity to be held face to face this year at this time. Bless everybody under the sound of my voice. Bless the honorees from last year, this year, and we ask you to keep, guide, protect, and just keep this COVID-19 virus away from us. Help us to do all that we can do in your will and your way. Bless Hampton University. Bless its Board of Trustees. Bless the Hampton University students. Keep them strong, Lord God. Now we ask these and all other blessings in Jesus' name. And they all said, amen. Thank you all. I'm not a minister, but you know, as the good book says, there's a ram in the bush. And that's what you had today. I'm not sure how much I was ramming, but God is in the place. At this time, we will invite the 2021 and 2020 40 under 40 honorees. Keep it coming, keep it coming. That's right, I think they do deserve a round of applause. Everybody stand up. Isn't this processional amazing, Anita? Don't they look beautiful?
Absolutely. I see doctors, I see lawyers, I see our military members, I see members of the business community, I see educators. Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations to you all.
Very good. You all may be seated now. Congratulations, congratulations, one and all. So again, my name is Dr. Felicia Blow. I serve as Associate Vice President for Development here at Hampton. And as a Hamptonian, I want you to know how very proud I am of you, my alma mater, and the amazing Office of Alumni Affairs. Let's give them a great, huge round of applause. Ms. Brent Martin was the founder of this program, and I will tell you, this is one stellar initiative. So I won't be before you long, but I want to ask you, the honorees, as well as those in the audience, to ponder two questions. When did you fall in love with Hampton University? Think about that. And as you think about that, I want you to consider your why. Why do you volunteer? Why do you come back for homecoming? Why do you support your institution financially? And as you think of those two questions, when you fell in love and why you do what you do, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to call me. I'm not that hard to find. Look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn. The reason I want you to call me is because of this. Your inspiration motivates me and inspires me, and it helps me in my endowment fundraising here at the institution. It gives me the fodder, for lack of a better word, to help really explain to a major corporation, a major entity, why they should be investing in this very important and necessary institution. I'm so thrilled to be here. I congratulate each of you, and now I turn the program back over to Anita. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia. And we're so proud of the work that she does and grateful for the work that Dr. Blow does here to get more business for the university, because we want our university to be around for many, many, many generations to come. So allow me to welcome now Ms. Siobhan Kershaw, class of 04, 40 under 40 professional development and mentorship lead, 40 under 40 class of 2017.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know everyone's still in their masks, so it's hard to get a reception, but I could see it in your face. You all look beautiful. Welcome to the 2020-2021 recognition ceremony of the Hampton University 40 Under 40 Society. Today's occasion really marks a celebration for so many reasons. It's certainly not just serendipitous that you're here. Aside from coming together to recognize the accomplishment of some of Hampton University's finest, just the human aspect of coming together and enduring what has been a tumultuous year and a half in and of itself is an achievement. So I hope that you will indulge me as I offer proper greetings and welcome you to this spectacular event. To our esteemed guests, our loved ones who traveled both near and far, my fellow 40 Under 40 Executive Committee members, welcome. To our beloved 12th President, trailblazer and visionary, Dr. William R. Harvey, and his incredible wife, businesswoman and philanthropist in her own right, Ms. Norma Baker Harvey, welcome. To Ms. Anita Blayton, our inaugural 40 Under 40 honoree and mistress of ceremonies today. To Dr. Brunetta Williams, senior pastor of Impact Worship International from Chesapeake, Virginia. For Mr. Sashi Brown, HU trustee and today's keynote speaker. Ms. Evelyn Graham, vice president of development. Ms. Brent Martin, Assistant Vice President of Development, Dr. Felicia Blow, who just encouraged us to all call her Associate Vice President of Development, Ms. Gina Pemberton, President of the National Hampton Alumni Association, and Major General Wallace Arnold, Emeritus Class Leader. And at this juncture, I take personal privilege in acknowledging Ms. Patty Bolton for her labor of love, and I know at least 80 people who should be clapping on her behalf as well. To all Hampton Admin Council, faculty, and staff, both present and absent, and a special heartfelt welcome and moment of appreciation for the family of Mr. Marvin C. Jones, Jr. Thank you so much. We are especially grateful for you holding the banner of his legacy and for joining us today. Thank you. And last but not least, to the 2020-2021 40 Under 40 Society inductees, honorees, and mentors of the year, welcome. Today, we not only applaud your professional and personal achievements, but we also challenge you to continue to reach for higher heights in your giving back to this prestigious institution of higher learning. Your propensity to pay it forward is directly aligned to propelling our community and inspiring tomorrow's generation of leaders. You are part of a premier group of achievers and exceptional alumni devoted to keeping Hampton University's reservoir of excellence, bar none, all by the age of 40. And while some of us would love to subtract a year and turn back the hands of time, especially because of COVID, right? We'd like to go back a year. You proved that you didn't need new age math to accomplish your goals. And while I may not have been there, I am certain there are some among us who whispered prayers while in line at the registrar's office, or whispered prayers at the financial aid office, or whispered prayers in the office of your deans. And for those answered prayers, just know the rent is due. And there is no greater payback than right now. A wise person once said, there are really only two choices centered around the idea of achievement. The choices are to strive or to stay put. And people typically stay put because the signs, the street signs, are familiar to them. Do not let your achievements end with the bios in your booklets. There is plenty of opportunity to share your talent, time, and treasure. Because at Hampton University, there is always a community to help, always a commitment to give back, and always a calling to lead. Thank you so much, and enjoy today's program.
Wonderful. Welcome. I feel like we had church a little there. I'm sorry. Amen. Amen, sister. Today's keynote speaker is Mr. Sashi Brown, Chief Planning and Operations Officer for Monumental Basketball. Now, his bio is in your program, and we are all college graduates, so now I know you can read, but I'm going to read just a portion of it for you. Sashi Brown enters his third year as Monumental Basketball's Chief Planning and Operations Officer. In his role, Brown oversees many of Monumental Basketball's day-to-day functions, including security, communications, equipment, and its newly formed research department. A graduate of Harvard Law and Hampton University, Brown is a seasoned NFL executive who has served within both football and business operations. He and his wife, Paige, live in Bethesda, Maryland, with their 3 children, Zora, Ellison, and Robeson. Please welcome Sashi Brown.
All right. How's everyone? Thank you, Patty, and thank you for Brent for inviting me up to speak. I appreciate it. Thank you to all of you 40 under 40 our most elite alumni for everything that you all have contributed. This is an awesome gathering. Glad to be back here today. And what a group we have here. It's really a tremendous set of accomplishments. When I read through the program today and Brent and Patty asked me to come speak, I was really blown away. And I think what's most exciting about this gathering of you 80 is that the best is really right on the precipice, right? You all are actually at a point in your careers where the meat of what you're going to accomplish is in these next 5 to 10 years of a lot of your lives and professional careers, and that's really exciting. So I'm eager to watch and see you all come along. In putting some remarks together for the talk this morning, I was thinking, and I talked to Patty a little bit about what she wanted me to talk to. She was not that helpful. Patty, I love you, but she said, you just get up there and say something important. But I thought, what am I going to share? This is effectively a peer group of mine that would resonate with these folks. You all have developed and executed and delivered on the skills that I would suggest you need for, great success in your careers. There's not a whole lot I could tell you on that front. But I did think that there's a few lessons that I'll share today that I think were particularly relevant for me that still resonate today and guide me along my way, and I figured I would go through those and hopefully something in there catches and maybe inspires and perhaps can help guide you all as you move forward. Things that I still wrestle with and think about today. So the good news is I'll be brief. And I know some of you all are thinking I got to get to this yard and see my folks. Some of you need some sleep from last night. So we will jump right into it. But, I think the first topic lesson that I would share is a story from my professional career. And it was mentioned. But I think the theme here would be to stay bold and be open to risk. Stay bold and be open to risk. 2016, ownership group had come to me in my job and asked me to lead the football operation for an NFL team. It's a very public, very high risk, very challenging opportunity. I became, at that time, the youngest GM in the history of the NFL and only the 7th African American. And as challenging as it is and as crazy as I thought the idea was, I decided to take it on. I thought it would give me some new valuable experiences professionally and certainly raise my profile professionally and open up other opportunities as I move forward. And we did some great things. We laid out a really ambitious plan to overhaul the roster, pulled in a lot of great talent, very diverse from around the leagues, did some things differently and zigged while the rest of the league was zagging, but we lost a lot, and we knew that was part of it. And unfortunately for me, I was let go. And so we went through this period, my family and I, of real professional challenge. You're public, your name's across the scroll at ESPN, not an easy thing to manage professionally. So what's it like getting fired, right, in a very public way? I got 3 beautiful children. They named them, but they're named after Ralph Ellison, Zora Neale Hurston, and Paul Robeson. Robeson, my oldest, has a challenging personality, is the way I would describe it. And I came home one day, I think it was a day or two after getting fired, and Robe said, "Dad, what's it mean to get fired?" I hadn't really talked to him in depth about it. What's it mean to get fired? I said, "Well, Robes, it just means that I'm not going to be working with the Browns anymore. But, we set the team up. We got 8 starters in 2 drafts. We got Miles, drafted him. He's going to be really good, probably a Hall of Famer. We got Jabril Peppers and all these other young brothers that we put on the roster. The roster's set and ready to go. Got some Pro Bowlers in there, and we got extra first-round picks. We got all this salary cap. The team's going to be great." And I went through all that. And he said, "Yeah, but you got fired." And in his 4-year-old self, he was right. But I say that the love, the family support that you have, and I would not change the experience at all. Take the risk. You survive. You come back. And lean into your family, your faith, whatever your support is. But take risks. Stay bold. You all are too talented to be conservative, especially in this U.S. economy. Second lesson, I would say, aim higher. This is earlier in my career, I had gone to finish Harvard, got into one of the top law firms in the country at the time, Wilmer Cutler Pickering, did a lot of work with the White House, took on a lot of very, very most important Supreme Court cases that the country would have, and they had this small niche sports business practice that I moved into. And anyway, I'm sitting in my office one day, and someone comes in and asks me what I aspire to do in my career. And I lay out for them, kind of some thoughts, and I say, I'd really like to be this. And, it doesn't matter kind of what I was suggesting, but out of hand, he just dismissed it and said, you're thinking too small. Thinking too small. And it hit me because no one had really said that to me before. But it was a really valuable lesson to aim higher. And I think this probably won't apply to a lot of you all in here, but it will apply to some. You're capable of a lot more than you think. Find the folks around you that recognize that and stay bold and aim high. So instead of the superintendent of a school system, secretary of education, instead of raising a multi-million-dollar fund, we're going to raise $1 billion fund with Nasir, right? So that's the type of stuff I want to see from you all. Aim high, aim high. The third lesson that I would say, and I think it's particularly relevant with all the talk now on impact investing, is to get equity and ownership and build to scale. We have, and this is not a knock on the W-2s like myself in the room working for other folks, but it is important that our communities get ownership at scale in this economy. And we need to build sustainable institutions and organizations that grow with our communities and have that awareness about our communities as well. I think for a couple reasons, we really need participation in the economy and in the power structure of this country and of this world. I think 2 summers ago, you all know how many companies were out here pledging how social justice things would change. We wouldn't go back, and we're on the verge of Jim Crow 2.0, in our voting rights. So we need representation at the corporate level. We also need big African-American, diverse-owned companies, and you all are as talented as anybody and as capable of anybody to do that. And there's some brothers out here, and this year I know is one, and there's some others in the room that are building these types of scale, institutional level organizations that can have influence and provide jobs. So build to scale and get some equity in what you do, or at least consider how you might do that. The fourth, and this is probably the most important, I would say find balance in your professional ambitions and your personal life. A struggle for all of us. It will be a struggle for you all the way through. You all are all ambitious. I won't call you young because some of you aren't that young anymore, but you're all ambitious folks. But my father passed 2 years ago, and it was a hard thing, obviously, as you can imagine, but it gave me really unique perspective on what's truly, truly important in life. He's a musician and professor. Throughout his life, tremendous just kind of a humanity to him. He had this calmness to him, and this engagement, the way he would engage with people was awesome. And he built this just tremendous group of what we all consider family and community of friends. And the memorial service, literally the church was overflowing with people. And that's what's really important at the end of your life. And you can only get there by those professional engagements and that focus because it's harder on our generation and our families than it has been in the past. And so I think as you go and you choose, and chase professional dreams and ambitions, stay aware and attuned and connected to what's important in the home front. Fellas, you need to find a way to counter the social and corporate constructs that get in the way of all these dynamic women and all the things that they're trying to balance. And I think that I say that as a manager. as business owners. I say that as colleagues, but also husbands and fathers and brothers. Don't forget your spouses. Find time to stay in shape. Long-term health, very important, mental and physical. You want to be able to enjoy the fruits of a lot of this labor that you all are putting in later in life. Play some golf, play some tennis, maybe some basketball. But most importantly, keep that thing tight for that special person at home. That's Gina, and you know, that's why I got a fourth one on the way. The last one. Gotta have fun, gotta have a little fun. Give back, and meaningfully to Hampton. I'm alum, you all, and a trustee, you all are our most important constituents, right? Our graduates, our students, you all represent the excellence that Hampton wants to be about, so thank you for that. I think it's really, really important that you all represent for the next generation of folks that think about where they want to go to school so we can get increasingly more talented people. But it's also important that we just give back to the school. We talked a little bit earlier, I mentioned briefly, just the importance of having institutions and the lack of institutions that really support African American communities. This is one. HBCUs are so unique and so important. You know, hundreds of years of legacies across these schools, but we just don't give enough. You know, that's the reality. So find a way to do it, and perhaps in a community. I work with Evelyn left, but I work with Evelyn to pool about 6 or 7 classmates, and our plan is to raise $1 million endowed scholarship. We're into the 6 figures already. The Belafonte scholarship, it's endowed. It'll give back to a student. Find your own way to do that. It's really, really important. Gina, I'm still waiting on the check, please. Yes. But please keep doing all the things that you are doing, because I know, and I'll say this, I know a lot of folks, because I've gone out and done quite a bit of fundraising, asked folks to give back. I know all your experiences at Hampton. There were some parts of it that left some room for improvement, and we say it that way. But don't let that be an excuse, because you know, too often we pick up on the small things. I think we all left here knowing that we're part of a family. And so that's worth continuing to contribute to and making sure that in 30, 40 years, Hampton's not just here, but it's thriving, it's financially strong. And I think the best way that you can indicate the strength of an institution is those who went through it actually are giving back to it, both staying engaged financially, but also, you know, with your time and mentoring. So those are the 5 things I would say. Give back to Hampton meaningfully. I know you all make a lot of money. So thank you guys for the time. I hope something in there resonated with you all. Very proud and inspired by each of your stories. And thank you to the families. I see the young folks, the spouses, the mothers, the siblings that have supported you all along the way. Congratulations.
Thank you so much to Sashi, telling us to aim even higher, to give back meaningfully. I was jotting notes about balance and also building the skill. We appreciate the lessons and the advice, and I hope that everyone takes a little something from what he said and, you know, does a little something with it in the months, weeks, years to come. So today we have the opportunity, as he said, to give back meaningfully, to present a scholarship. And right now, for the scholarship presentation, it's my honor to welcome to the stage Ms. Kendra Brown, class of 02, 40 under 40 professional development and mentorship lead, 40 under 40 class of 2019.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so wonderful to see you, each and every one of you, and thank you, Sashi, for those wonderful words of inspiration, not only for our recipients and our honorees today, but for each and every one of us. So I am Kendra Brown, and I am a proud member of the Hampton University 40 Under 40 Alumni Recognition Society. I'm a class of 02 Onyx 5 graduate, and I currently serve as Vice President of Public Policy at MasterCard, and I am so grateful to bring my love of my HBCU and all HBCUs to my company. Today I have the honor of presenting the Society Impact Scholarship. The Hampton University 40 Under 40 Alumni Recognition Society recognizes our exceptional young alumni who are achieving great success in their professional and personal endeavors, and who are leading the way in business, leadership, community, educational, and/or philanthropic endeavors. Annually, one of the highlights of the year is the awarding of deserving students with the 40 Under 40 Leadership Scholarship. Our goal is to continue to strengthen our heritage by recognizing our remarkable alumni and also to invest in our scholars. This scholarship is awarded to currently enrolled, full-time, that's a minimum of 12 credit hours per semester, Hampton University students who have demonstrated high academic achievement by attaining a 3.0 cumulative GPA or higher. This year, we have 2 scholarship recipients. One is not able to be here today, but the other is, and I had the pleasure of being at the table with him. So I am going to share some thoughts that he probably didn't know I was going to share on the microphone. So our first honoree, again, who was not able to be here, is Hafsa Ibrahim, who is a junior. He is studying psychology and has a cumulative GPA of a 4.01 and hails, yes, and Hasfa hails from Baltimore, Maryland. So we congratulate Hasfa, and yes, the money will show in your account. Amen. So our second honoree, if he could start to make his way this way, is Mr. Ronaldo St. James. So Ronaldo is pursuing marketing, his Bachelor of Science in Marketing, and you can make your way right over here to Ms. Britt. He is a senior. He has a cumulative GPA of 3.8. Yes. He hails from the Atlanta area, and as we were sitting there speaking with him, I asked him, okay, you have a 3.8. How did you obtain that? What did you do to stay focused? And he said, and I quote, "My mother, that's how I am where I am now, but my mother always told me to never forget why you are there." And so I wanted to share that because that is his word of wisdom to each of us and to the students that are following him. And I am positive, and I told him this, many of us at the table told him that we're going to see him right here in just a few years. And so with that, we congratulate you, Ronaldo.
I'm going to give him a moment to take a picture, but I'd like to hear from him if you all don't mind. This wasn't a part of the plan, I know. We want to hear from you, though. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Like they said, my name is Ronaldo St. James II. I'm a graduating senior marketing major from Atlanta, Georgia. I would just like to thank you all just for recognizing me. The hard work, I definitely appreciate it. It's not going unnoticed. And like she said, my mom, she kind of drives me to do everything. She instilled that in me at a young age. Hopefully it's still evident now as we're here. So just thank y'all. I wasn't expecting this.
I think we all learned how to think on our feet at Hampton. Let's move on with the part of our program that brought all of us here today, and that is the recognition of our 40 Under 40 honorees for 2020 and 2021. 91. And so we'll bring back Miss Gina Pemberton, class of 98, president of the National Hampton Alumni Association, Incorporated in 2017, 40 Under 40 Mentor of the Year. And also Miss Patty Bolton, class of 02, Assistant Director of Alumni Affairs, 40 Under 40, Executive Director for the presentation of blazers and certificates to our 40 Under 40 Society and the oath and your conferral of our honorees.
Good morning. Is it still morning? Good morning, y'all. I live in New York, so I was really excited to say y'all today. So they gave me the job of saying all the names. So let me be clear. Don't y'all get on the internet and start saying I'm saying these names wrong. It was based on if you responded to the email. I'm going to start. I don't think you all were ready for me. So Sashi is my classmate, and I'm not giving him any money. He still owes me from back when we were at school. I think I bought him like a patty from the CC store. Anyway, old pals. All right. First up, I'm going to do the class of 2020. The mentors of the year for that class are Miss Christelle Jordan and Mr. Crawford McGill. Welcome to the mentor. Christopher Lee. Attorney Ashley McFarland. Dr. Sakea McManus. Woods McManus, my apologies. Mr. James Yancey Merchant. Mrs. Kristen Rogers Pope. Miss Elise Preston. Mr. Alistair Primo. Miss Kylie Reef. Riff. She didn't respond to the email. I didn't have it. Riff. I just want to say that. Okay, thank you. Miss Shanitra Sanders. Miss Stacy Scott. Dr. Nandi Sharif. The Honorable Kristen Gary Simmons. Dr. Lori Singleton. Mr. Nicholas Smith. Dr. Erica Taylor Sutherland. Miss Rachel Spivey. Yes? Dr. Julia Stevenson. Mr. Deshaun Thompson. Mr. Brandon Tillman. Miss Kanasha Trent. Dr. Tiffany D. Tucker. I'm sorry, I gave you a whole new title if you're here. Miss Tiffany D. Tucker. Miss Shiona Torini. Dr. Sarah Washington. Miss Marsha Wedderburn. Miss Jamila White. Mr. Jaylene Williamson. Mrs. Andrea R. Willis. And Mrs. Jatan Adkins Woodley. Those are the class of 2020 inductees. Now I will ask the class of 2021 to please stand and make your way to the podium in order, please. Patty. 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 All right, first I will introduce the mentors of the year for the class of 2021. I've been told to hold again. What shall I talk about? I just got scolded by an inductee. It's fine. I will talk about that this is my last homecoming as president. And I'm very grateful for the 4 years that I've served, or almost served, as the youngest president since Booker T. Washington. And so what I'd like to say is we're soon opening up nominations. If anybody in here is itching to take over, it doesn't matter your age, right? All of us can do it. It's not something that's waiting for the older alum to do. When I started this, I was not an older alum. I contend I'm still not, but this is the opportunity for us to lead and to take ownership in what we're able to touch as alumni. So think about it, get involved, join a chapter, all that jazz. Now?
Let me have. Oh, I didn't see these. Oh, I didn't say either one of these. I never said her name. All right, so apologies. I missed a mentor for the class of 2020. So I'd like to announce her now. It's Elizabeth R. Oates, DDS. Christelle. And Christelle Jordan as well. Christelle, sorry. You wrote stale. I was following the notes. I knew I had been saying your name right the whole time. All right, now I'm back. Ooh, this job is hard. All right. Now for the mentors of 2021. There are two mentors, Miss Miska Bibbs and Dr. Richard M. Mason, Jr. Oh, they could, all y'all cheering. Dr. Richard M. Mason, Jr. And now I'll start with the inductees. Mrs. Shalanda Armstrong. Shalanda. Dr. Melissa Boyd. Miss Courtney L. Brown. Miss Dominique Brown. Dr. Stephen Chambers. Dr. Cammie Cooper. Miss Chloe Davis. Mrs. Tia Forte Godwin. Dr. Shara Fontaine. Mr. Robert Franklin III. Attorney Raya Greathouse. Miss Carmen Tia Greer. Miss Ese Igadosa. Congrats. Dr. Sadana Jackson. Major Jasmine Jala. Miss Lydia Jefferson. Mrs. Felicia Joseph. Mrs. Wendy Lewis Armstrong. Dr. Jessica Marshall. Mrs. Jessica Gordon McKenzie. Miss Margie Merritt. Dr. Sabrine Wally. Mr. Henry Norris. Attorney Jarrell Oshodi. I was worried, y'all. I was worried. Mr. Nasir Kadri. Attorney Andrew Roden. Hold up some of this here. Miss Tamara Sees. All right, I'm holding it up because of these photo shoots people are having over here on the left. Dr. Jason Scherer. Attorney, I've never been heckled reading names before. It's the first time for everything. I think I've lived my life now, y'all. Attorney Jacia Smith. Mr. Nathan Tuggle. Dr. Matthew Vialva. You can go in front of me. And nobody cares about me up here. Mr. Neil Malik Walker. The Honorable Chantel Boone Walker. Mr. Joseph Walters. Mrs. Stephanie Walters. Miss Sigeli Winbush. Dr. Ebony Woolcock. Mr. Alfonso Wright. Miss Stephanie Young. Lastly, I'd like to take the opportunity to honor the next inductee. Oh, I'll just wait. I'm not rushing. I thought I was moving the program along. You want me to wait till they're done? When they're done with the pictures? When they're done with the pictures? When they're done with the pictures, bring them up? Yeah. What is it you told me to do? Posthumously? Is that right? Is that right? an inductee, and then invite them on later. Okay. I think I'm allowed to speak again. I'd like to invite the family of Marvin C. Jones to please come up. At this time, we'd like to honor one of our fallen inductees, and that is Mr. Marvin C. Jones, who was more than an alum. He was a friend, he was a colleague, he was a loved one to all of us in this room, I'm sure. And with that, we wanted to give an opportunity to honor him publicly as much as we have privately and in our different methods. But we've honored him as making him an inductee for the 2021 class. So I know Marvin is looking down on this, smiling from the heavens, and thank you to the family for joining and being here. Now I see some tears out there. I want y'all to think happy tears. Because we know if Marvin was here, I remember the last 40 under 40, we was in the Convocation Center, which we know it stank. And Marvin was walking through that joint with a Lysol, and he was just walking back and forth on the things. I was like, now that's how you do your job. Then we were choking from Lysol. I brought y'all back. I got your back. All right. I think that's the end of my job, y'all. Thank you, Gina. Yo, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, this is a very difficult time for all of us. I tried to avoid coming up here, but I just want to read his certificate that we're presenting to the family. Of course, this is very hard. Marvin was a coworker of ours and a very dear friend. The Hampton University Office of Alumni Affairs grants this posthumous honor to our colleague and friend for his service, leadership, and the light he continues to shine over the Hampton community. His unforgettable personality will always be near to our hearts, and the life he lived will forever do the singing. We honor him today, Friday, October the 8th, 2021, on the beautiful campus of Hampton University.
You know, Marvin always called us the old people. I want to say congratulations to each of you who has been bestowed upon this honor this evening, this afternoon, morning. Marvin used to tell us all the time, Mom, you don't know me in Hampton. I said, well, what am I supposed to know, son? But he was very humble. And I will not hold you long, but I would like to say in the words of Maya Angelou, some people may forget what you've done, they may forget what you've said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And so I say today, you have made us feel extremely proud. When we had taken Marvin and his sister Jamia to Hampton for a visit, the guard was at the gate and he said, and my husband said so proudly, well, these are future Hamptonians and we want them to see the campus. And that was it from that day forward. He was just a little guy and he loved Hampton University. I'm so proud to have my niece, she's a Hamptonian, our extended daughter, Sarah, Lieutenant Jasmine Bobbitt, and of course, my son-in-law, who is a Hamptonian as well. But we are so appreciative for all of you who have loved on our son, and he has loved on you. We are so appreciative. And we continue to ask for your prayers in this new norm without our Junie. He would get me now and say, Mom, you know you're not supposed to say that, but you're the only one that can say that. But our Junie, and sometimes my sisters and his aunts go a little bit further and they say, Junie bug. I said, what in the world? So we are just so proud and I'm so glad and so thankful that he taught me how to be a mother because he was the first. And his sister, as many of you know, he always referred to her as his white sister. And he loved those two little nieces. And then his grandmother, little Granny. We are just so honored today that you remembered him and invited us and remembered us in such a special way. May God bless each of you and heaven smile upon you.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marvin Curtis Jones, Sr. I had the privilege of being the father of one of the greatest sons any man could ever want to have as a son. I enjoyed the years that he and I spent together. He never showed me any disrespect. We had our differences and so forth, but my son and I loved each other. And I would like to say thank you for today, for honoring him today here at Hampton University. This is one school that my son loved dearly. He loved being an undergraduate here, and he also loved working on the staff at Hampton University. I don't know, Hamptonians, something about you, okay? I am a Trojan, okay? But I have learned a new lesson from Hamptonians. When we had come to Hampton to be with Marvin Jr., we never wanted for anything. The alumni office, Mr. Rick Mason and his wife Kelly, Jasmine, everybody just went out for us. And we really appreciate everything that you've done for us. We'd like to thank Dr. Harvey for giving Marvin Jr. a chance to work at this great university. And I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. My son made a good choice when he chose to come to Hampton University. However, it left us in a great amount of debt. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
You know, when Marvin was first coming here, one of our dear friends said, just keep your pocketbook open. And he was very disappointed that his sister did not follow in his footsteps. She chose the University of Virginia, so that did not set very well with him.
Thank you again, people. Thank you. Please allow me to thank Mrs. Bolton, please. She has been a joy with whom to work. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Thank you all so much. We are so delighted to have you all here today. Thank you for coming down and bringing the family. You all will always have a home here at Hampton University. You will always have a family here. So anytime you want to come back, you just give us a call. We'll make special accommodations for you all. So thank you. All right, so 2020 and 2021. Congratulations. You all give them another round of applause. I'm going to ask you all to stand up, and we are going to take our oath. Look, that just messed me up. I hope I'm in the right place on this program. Yes, I am. All right, if you all repeat after me. As an honoree of the 40 Under 40 Society, I promise to do everything in my power to carry out the ideals of scholarship, loyalty, and service. I will continue to achieve great success in my professional and personal endeavors. I will continue to lead the way in business, leadership, community, and educational and/or philanthropic works. I will be committed to intellectual integrity and the pursuit of wisdom. I will be loyal to the moral, social, and religious ideals of my education. And I will continue to be genuinely committed to the well-being of others and active in serving them. It is my honor to represent Hampton University, and I will forever let my life do the singing. Congratulations, 2020 and 2021, 40 Under 40 Society. I'm sorry, Nita, I'm going to do part of your job up here. Let us reintroduce Ms. Miska Clay Bibbs and also Mr. Richard Mason. They're going to come forth and do our charge from the mentors to the class. You all can remain standing.
Good afternoon, everybody. I had to write a few things down because of those of you who know me know that if I don't write something down, we may be here until dinner time. So I'm going to stick to the script. To the honorees, congratulations. You've made it. You've worked very hard to get to this point in your lives. You've stayed the course, and you've done the work. And now comes the reward, even more work. We are here to celebrate you, the 40 Under 40 class of 2020 and 2021. Human rights activist and Holocaust survivor Elie Wiesel, he said this: "Our lives do not belong to us alone. Our lives belong to those who need us the most." Noted educator Mary McLeod Bethune encouraged us in her teaching to strive to be the best, to reach the highest mountain, go on to the top of that mountain, but she also said, you must lift others as you climb. So on today, as we celebrate you, we stand before you and present you with a call to action. You are who our home by the sea needs the most.
Richard and I both have shared experiences leading during this unprecedented times as education leaders. During COVID, as you can imagine, both of us had to rely on the things we learned from Hampton University. And that's like leading with excellence and serving with the standard of excellence in mind. I am grateful for every single lesson that I learned during my time at Hampton. Little did I know that those lessons that I learned then would mean so much to me present day. So I encourage you to lean into those lessons and lead with excellence at all times. Remember, you are who your community and our nation is waiting on. We wish you much success in all of your future endeavors. May God continue to order your steps and make room for all of your gifts. We expect the best. Thank you.
You may be seated. So, as you can see, if you are not a Hamptonian and you're here with us today, we love on each other hard. We love on each other hard. We are a family. But what you can't see is that even in families, things get a little competitive from time to time. And so right now, we have the presentation from past honoree classes, and we're all going to strive to reach the current class. Going to see if we can't exceed their expectations or if they exceeded ours, likely, but we'll see how things go. I guess we'll begin with the class, the inaugural class.
Some of the classes this year, as you all know, we have a very limited number of people this year at homecoming, so some of our classes aren't represented. So I am going to announce the totals for each of our classes, and then the 2021 class will present their check, just for sake of time. All right, so 2016, they are presenting $1,467.35. 2017, this was a very difficult year, y'all. It's COVID. I'm not making excuses, but Lord, people are struggling. There's so much going on. Sorry, Anita, your class. 2017, $1,467.50. 2018, $1,250. 2019, $2,700. 2020. This is not y'all. Don't do that. If you all would like to know their number, you can go on the 40 Under 40 website. They did an amazing job last year. I was asked not to announce you all's number for this year, okay? Out of respect for the new class, all right? You all's total for this year is $12,443.88. and 2021. You all can come up.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi. So my name is Major Jasmine Jalla, new inductee in the class of 2021. Happy to be here. Class of 05, Onyx 6 in the house. Onyx represent.
And I'm S.A. Renee Gadosa, political science major, class of 2009, Ogre 13, 050.
And we are happy to do the presentation of our check today for the class of 2021. And we are proud to announce that we raised a total of $65,305.76.
We love the kids. We love the kids.
We're so proud of all of you for all your fundraising efforts. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You always go hard when you're new. You always go hard when you're new. We'll give back, maybe. It was a hard year, I mean, you know. Congratulations again. Let's hear it again for our 2021 inductees. Thank you for your hard work fundraising. We do appreciate it more than the society. Hampton University appreciates it. It's amazing. You know, a lot of people say, well, the young alumni don't give. So, hello. 65,000 plus our 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 2. You know. Okay, all right, so we're getting now to the end of our program. Thank you all so much for having me as your mistress of ceremonies. You know I love you all, Hamptonians. We'll have our closing remarks now from Ms. Brent Martin, class of 99 and 07, Assistant Vice President of Development, 40 Under 40 Society founder.
The one thing I don't like is speaking on microphones, but I think most things have been said today. Congratulations to both classes of the 40 Under 40 inductees, both 2020 and 2021. It's wonderful to have you back. It's wonderful to see everything that you're doing and you're accomplishing. Continue. The charges have all resonated and have been very, very similar in terms of continue to take risks, continue to strive higher, continue to push the envelope, and continue to grow. If you're comfortable, you're not growing, okay? Everybody, thank you for coming. Enjoy homecoming.
Please stand for the alma mater. Grab a Hampton classmate, friend, soror, family member. Sorry, this is one where we can't social distance. We won't be long, though. Oh, Hampton, a thought sent from heaven above to be a great soul's inspiration. We sing with the earnest of from you and love, the shrine of our heart's adoration. Thy foundations firm and thy roots tree outspread. 2020 and 2021 honorees.